Alrighty, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another trade recap. Let's get it going, bro. I'm actually super happy today, bro. Again, Q4 is here, October is here. Man, again, what a year has been, bro. A lot of ups and downs, a lot of persevering, but bro, like we are gonna get after it, bro. Like, again, I will always say it, and I will continue to say it. All glory goes to God. Again, the reason why I power through and the reason I have so much faith is because of God. And that's the reason why I have confidence. And again, of course, it's because of the hard work I be putting into this game. But yeah, other than that, we're going to get straight into the recap. I'm just super pumped. So let's go into buys, right? Again, I'm actually going to go over the alert I went in here. I put Q3 ended. Now we are in Q4. Everything that I said I would do this year, I did. I have a few more goals that haven't been met yet, but I will make it my mission to make it happen, and you can as well. Make it happen. Don't go into next year with the same mindset or position. This last quarter will be very focused, and I have to make it happen. I just pray God protects me while I make it happen. Pray over you guys as well. To the right mindset, to have the right mindset and courage to change your life. If you really want this, it will happen. Till this day, I get a bit worried on whether I will get to where I want to get to in life, but then I snap out of it and look at all the hard work I put into this craft. So it's not about whether or not it will happen. It's just a matter of time. God's timing is perfect. Let's get after it. Patience is a virtue. Okay, boom. So now coming into the buys. Good morning, everyone. Coming into the day with a bullish bias. Daily profiles new continuation. Bullish PD rates are holding. We mitigated weekly opening price. Reverted higher. 9:30 open lower. Respected 15-minute BISC and displays higher. CRT with previous day low, previous day high as target. We have no news at 10 a.m. Apply risk accordingly. As you can see, we swept previous day low right here and this low on Monday as well. And we are starting to revert higher. Again, right around this area, we have weekly opening price. So I'm going to be bullish. There's no reason to be bearish here. Bullish PD rates are holding while bearish confluences are just getting ran through, right? If we were truly bearish here, right here, you see this SMT, I see these highs, we would be closing below and displacing through if we were bearish. But that's obviously not happening, right? Again, if you look at the higher time frame, what do? This 4 hour here, we did inverse it, but is it a clean inversion? Is it displacing? It's not, right? What do? We sweep this low, previous day low, and we close back in the dealing range. Okay, so what is my analysis coming into the day? I'm going to be very bullish, right? I expect this candle to close and inverse this 4 hour to then get entry and target previous day high. Okay, so then I'm like, okay, like what do we have? 9:30 is opening lower. We have bullish SMT, and now we're displacing higher. My bias was very bullish. I was very bullish. I want to see this get tapped and then go higher. But what did I want to see tap here? So let's just get into this, right? Because I feel like at times price action can be a little tricky. And you just need to learn how to avoid losses, right? So again, what do we have here? So we have 9:30s opening here. We open lower. We sweep this low. We pull in that bullish SMT. At this point in time, we are here, right? Continue your last replay. What? Oh, that's a new thing. That's pretty cool. All right. What do we have here? Bro, start new. Why is it doing that? So, okay, I'm right here. Let me actually delete all this. Okay. As you can see here, what do? Bullish SMT gets put in. Now what am I looking for? We mitigate an opening price. Again, if you look at price here, the higher time frame, let's just go on the weekly one more time. Or sorry, on the 4 hour one more time. What do? We sweep below weekly opening price. We close back in the range. This tells me we're bullish. Again, monthly open lower. I am very bullish. Okay. And initially, my target of the day, I wanted this high, but I realized that all I need is really this. So I don't need to be greedy and really go for that. If it does happen, though, that would be great. But yeah, I don't really need more than this. But yeah, again, reason why, if you look at this, go on the daily here. See how we sweep this low over here as well and close back in the range? Sweep this low, this high is target, right? But you always want to take low-hanging fruit, okay? Just want to show you guys that, a little bit of narrative that yes, the higher time frame, but all you need is using the higher time frame so you can target a lower time frame, low hanging fruit, right? A lower time frame, draw liquidity. So let's continue. What do? 9:30 opens lower, bullish SMT, whatever. We displace higher, create this 5-minute gap. Okay. Now you guys are probably asking, why did I not long this right here? Okay. There was a 5-minute tap. Boom. We tap into the 5-minute. We have a protected low. Why did I not long this? Again, the reason why I'm not longing this is because we're way too in premium. Okay. Can it work? Yes, it can work. Why didn't I take this is because we failed to mitigate this. We never mitigated this. We never mitigated this or any of this. This never got mitigated. This is just price going higher. And then we never mitigated this zone, right? Whenever I'm looking at price action, I want to always see mitigation. And the mitigation that was clear to me was here. I want to see this breaker. I also grabbed 930 low to the high. I want to see essentially this. Boom. This breaker with the boom. This is what I want to see. And I was still lenient on the fact that even if we don't come to like in this lower half, if we come and tap the breaker, that could be enough. So I was like, I want to see this. And obviously we have equal lows, but I don't care about these equal lows unless this 5 minute gets validated, right? What do? We end up displacing lower here. I was okay, perfect. We tap my key level. And then all of a sudden, boom. I was like, all right, this is most likely gonna go lower. And that's exactly what happened. So I was like, okay, perfect. So I'm going to reevaluate now my bias. I was like, okay, like what don't I like here? I was like, I don't like the fact that this 5 minute closed below this low. But what is happening on ES? We put in this bullish SMT where? Below the midnight opening price. And what do we do here? We mitigate weekly again. Look at this key level. This is why it's so important to look at weekly opening prices, midnight opening prices, monthly opening prices. And it is so important to look at daily profile. All right. When we look at daily profile as well, what do we have here? New York continuation, right? We have accumulation, we have the manipulation, distribution. All I'm looking is for retracement, expansion, to have that continuation on New York session. That is why it's my favorite daily profile, because most of the time it literally looks the same. It's either going to look like this or it's going to look like this. Okay? It's going to be one or the other, bullish or bearish. I want to see a continuation. That's all it is, right? That's why I love that daily profile. It's my favorite. Okay, so although we closed below here, I was not going to let this bother me because I was thinking, okay, like this 15 minute is still holding. We mitigated minute opening price. We put in this bullish SMT and we mitigated weekly opening to the tick. Like this is perfect. Now what is happening? We're mitigating 930. If we are bearish, what is this going to happen? I need confirmation. We'll close through. Then I'll be like, okay, we're bearish. Where to? Maybe London lows, right? But I need that. I need the market to tell me one direction, one side, right? So I was okay, no, I'm going to wait. And I was like, all right, I'm going to wait. SMT. I want to start seeing displacement higher. Boom, we're getting displacement higher. And then I was like, okay, like, what is happening? This 3 minute bullish for value gap inversed. Again, this 5 minute is the highest time frame though. I want to see this 5 minute get invalidated. And then I was thinking to myself, all right, like, what makes sense for price to do? If we're bullish, I want to see bullish PD rates start getting respected. So what do? I extend 930 and I'm like, okay, like what is a PD rate that's in a discount? And this is the one right here. So I'm expecting if we are bullish, I want 10 a.m. to open lower, mitigate 930, and what else? Midnight opening price. That's what I wanted to see. So what do? We mitigate. And we put in this protected low. This should be soup. So now, again, and I was telling myself, I want to see this order block hold. I don't want to see this break. Essentially, if I was longing this, if I'm being very honest with you, if I were to be a turtle soup trader, although I'm not, I would long and put my stop like this. Essentially, if I were to be trading like this, but this is not the type of trader that I am. But this is what I was analyzing live markets, right? And I was like, all right, like, if 10 a.m. is opening lower here and we tapped into a 2 minute and we revert higher and my bias is clearly very bullish here to previous day high, what am I going to look for? I'm going to look for TP1 there. I'm going to look for TP2 here, 5 minute, and then previous day high. So I was like, all right, if this inverts, I'm going to take it long. Why? Because this is 10 a.m. 10 a.m. is opening lower, mitigating discount, tap into the order block. We have bullish SMT with 930 and we start respecting bullish PD rates. This inverse, I go long, boom, stop right here. Again, essentially, I want to go break even here, and usually I would, but the reason I didn't so fast is because I felt like the draw liquidity was super clear, so I felt like I wanted to give this trade wiggle room. And on top of that, at this point, we also invalidated this 5 minute. So at this point, not only are we respecting when I entered, after we swept this, we didn't close below it. We closed above this high. So this told me this could easily tap back in and then revert higher. and that's exactly what I wanted to see. And I was like, okay, like there's no point of me going break even here because I'm asking to get stopped out. Like price could still, I want to give it a room. So what I did was I went a lower time frame, I put my stop right around here, and I was like, okay, should not go below that if we're bullish. There it is. Once we took this high out, I was like, okay, I'm actually just gonna go full break even here because after this low, I see this low as a protection, as a protected low. I don't want to see this get revisited. I want to see us go to my TP. What does price do? Boom, TP1, and then what I was targeting, those equal highs, TP2, and then as you can see, we get an edge there, and then work our way to previous day high. Okay. Very, very A plus setup. Super clean. Super clean. This is something I take every single time. I will take every single time because it is so clean. And look, I literally ran it down from the higher time frame, how the 4 hours swept, closed back in the range within the weekly opening price. We start respecting bullish PD arrays. 930 is opening lower. We see the manipulation. We see the SMT hold. We see us mitigate weekly open. Bullish PD arrays start holding. I want to see 10 a.m. 10 a.m. opens lower, taps into this gap, we invalidate, and we go higher. Okay, I don't need to see this 5-minute inverse. If it would have inversed, I still would have looked at the 10 a.m. manipulation, but it didn't inverse. So I want to see, okay, since it didn't inverse and the draw liquidity is clear as day, I want to see how price is gonna book, right? So that's exactly what I want to see. Again, this could be seen as power of 3, right? We have the accumulation, manipulation. I'm expecting this candle 10 a.m. to be the distribution candle. And I want to enter within, again, this is obviously a lower time frame fractal model. But again, I wasn't looking at it immediately like this, but I was looking at it in a sense of like, what makes sense? CRT low, we should go to this CRT high. That makes sense to go break even. If I could partial, I will. And the reason I partial is because we had SMT above the monthly opening price on ES. So that's why I took a low hanging fruit here and I took another one here, putting me at more than half my contracts came off. I took another percentage of the contract off, and I left that runner there. Okay, so you're looking at this sub the low. I want to see now this low be a protected low, especially because we tapped into a key level being weekly opening price. So now I just want to see 10 a.m. manipulate to get that power of 3 manipulation, right? That open, low, high, close, right? That's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see that manipulation take hand, right? I see the manipulation, I see the invalidation for a continuation to the draw on liquidity. Okay, very simple, very A plus. Again, this is the type of price action that I've been waiting for, right? Like this is exactly what I want to trade every single day, and I put on size today. I risked 1% across all my accounts, and I made 2%. Okay, I know it's a way bigger R trade, but again, keep in mind I took more than half off my contracts here, so then the other half makes sense. So it evened out to a 2R trade. Okay. But yeah, what a great trade. Again, super grateful, just super pumped. And yeah, that's really much all I can really say. There's nothing really else to say. This was pretty A plus. Again, if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Let me know how you guys did today. If you guys have any questions, again, type it in the comment, right? And if you guys are not part of the Discord, I gave out the bias, and I always give it out. Like for example, this trade here, when I entered this low, again, we mitigated the weekly opening price, so I don't expect this big displacement higher. I want to see this deliver. What did price end up doing yesterday? If we look at this, if we look at yesterday, what did it end up doing? From here, after the inversion, look, price actually delivered to my levels. Boom. One being there, another one being there, and the other one being here. That was my targets, right? This was 930. We had equal highs, London and Asia highs. So again, my entry was here. I could keep my stop here, but this was my break even. So I ended up getting stopped at break even, and then price delivered to my draw on liquidity. Okay, so again, correct bias once again. Price just failed to displace. We ended up chopping, and then we delivered, and that is completely fine. We just gotta stay patient. But that's why I know when to go break even and when not to go break even. After price here, I gave a wiggle room. After this, I want to see the displacement, and that is exactly what price gave us, right? I don't know why there's a million. Oh, it's because of these lines over there. Okay. But yeah, again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Super A plus day today. And yeah, I really don't have much really to say other than that. Again, prices you can see still wanting to go to these highs up there. But all you need is low-hanging fruit. Very good draw on liquidity today. Very good trade. Very nice and simple. Let's see. Again, great start to October and Q4. Let's see what the rest of the month brings us and the rest of the year. So again, all glory goes to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. As always, this is not financial advice. It's only my own perspective and opinion on the markets, on how I personally view the market. So yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.